Pogs?
I've come up with an acronym. For AI, for use of AI.
Yeah.
My acronym for the use of AI, which I think is very topical, because you've heard of AI slop. I'm promoting AI spam.
We just wanted to say a big thank you for everyone who's watched so far, everyone who's subscribed. And if you haven't already subscribed, we'd really appreciate it if you could just give us a little click somewhere on the screen. And we hope you enjoy this week's. Hello, Mr. Duxbury. How you doing?
I'm all right. You see, I could complain, but no one will have an ounce of sympathy because I'm not complaining. I've been on, I think this is 7 calls today, but they've all been great. But you know what it's like? You get a bit spaced out. And I hope I was on it for all 7 calls.
Sure you were. Please. How's your week been, Paul?
My week has been, it's been very good. I've been cycling. So I was in Mallorca for a week cycling. And these holidays are brilliant because you can cycle for, 5 hours, and then you can slip a bit of work in before and after. And during, because when you're cycling.
During cycling?
Yeah. Because we don't cycle to the max because you couldn't do that for 6-7 days in a row. So conversational pace, and so you can converse. This sounds like I'm the world's worst cycling companion, but in the group, there's 6 of us in this particular group. I was asking some of them about their use of AI.
On the job.
Yes. It's interest, passion, personal work, it all combines. But it's quite interesting because I think one of them was in manufacturing, one of them was in, I've forgotten, but they were a bit grumpy about AI. They were a bit, AI, a bit sort of skeptical.
Really?
I think would be the word. So
interesting.
So I'm sorry to point. I should just point it.
That's all right. You can point, Pogs.
I've come up with an acronym for AI, for use of AI.
Yeah.
My acronym for the use of AI, which I think is very topical, because you've heard of AI slop.
AI slop. I don't think I have actually.
AI slop
remind me.
The term for all this AI-generated rubbish that appears in TikTok, LinkedIn, I'm promoting AI spam.
Right. Okay.
And
you're promoting it.
I'm promoting it. And because the S is for systems. So number one, check if your systems are already using AI. Like this podcast recording software has got AI built in.
Yeah.
And a lot of these things we don't recognize it as AI because it's not a chatbot interface, but we are using AI. The point being, you might, with the S systems, you might be using more AI than you realize. It's about personal. Use AI yourself. So you and I do that, and most people do that. They except where they've got a work in a tech environment where they don't have the right tools, and therefore they use it more out of work than in. The A is for agencies, which is because your agencies are less encumbered by security issues and the like than you are. Keep close to your agencies and how they're using AI, and clearly they should be using AI, but also you can piggyback what they're doing and get greater exposure to what AI can do. And then the fourth, the end of spam, is meetings. And we talked about this last week, is always have a place reserved in your meeting for AI and have a person who is the interlocutor for AI.
Yeah.
So that AI gets a voice in the meeting. So SPAM, spam, that's the answer.
I like it, Paul. I like it. Are you worried that people might think spam is related to the negative connotation of spam, though, with the acronym?
No. Because that's memorability.
That's part of the point, right?
That's part of the point.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're like, you spam. You shouldn't be doing spam. Well,
you've changed
spam,
the meaning. You're flipping
and
spam.
Don't forget, a lot of people like spam.
Do they?
Yes.
Yeah. True. That's true. And also, you're redefining it, right? Yeah. So
exactly.
So
I'm what's the word for it? When you take back the territory, Regaining ownership. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
forgotten the
yeah.
word.
I know.
You
I
know what I
can't
mean?
think of the word either, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I did
Yeah, I
on
love that. I
my
love that acronym.
cycling holiday. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks. How about
nice.
you? What you been doing apart from swimming?
Well, I feel like we're at very two different stages of life, Paul. Because I just had my birthday this week, so a lot of my week's been around like things for my birthday, really.
I have birthdays too. You know, just I've had more than you.
I guess what I'm thinking is I've got two young kids, so I've got 3 and a 6-year-old. So I feel like birthdays are very different to what they used to
Yeah.
be like. So on my birthday itself, I took a couple of hours off after work and we went to McDonald's for my birthday meal, which, you know, a few years
Really?
ago probably wouldn't be at McDonald's, but you know, with kids, you can't go to a normal restaurant for a sit down meal because my little one
Yeah.
he'll just be running off everywhere. And they've got adult Happy Meals now, Paul. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, they've got adult Happy Meals. I didn't have one. I'll go for the wrap of the day is usually my thing.
What's in an adult Happy Meal?
Well, it's a Friends character, as in Friends the sitcom. So they have got a partnership with Friends, which is bizarre because Friends came out 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's still the gift that keeps giving, that show, isn't it? And
So
yeah, they can
what
get
you
like a
get a
little
little a doll?
Joey or a little Monica or something. Yeah,
What like a
yeah. Well, like it's not like a doll; it's like a little figure type thing. Yeah, it's a little. I was a little. I did stare at it for a minute, and I thought, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could see myself getting an adult Happy Meal because it's got the Friends character. I love Friends. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
the kidult market is going through the roof. The toy companies are loving it because everyone's buying Lego and train sets and mainly blokes by the sound of it. So so
Yeah,
you're in
there's something in
good
that.
company.
Yeah, there is something in that. There is something in that, and
Oh,
then there is also, I suppose, yeah, I suppose you know, there's all the like the adult drawing, colouring in books, isn't there? Colouring in books that adults get now and all that kind of thing for
yeah.
well-being stuff. So yeah, there is a market there.
Careful talking about colouring books with marketing. You know, we get that, don't we? The colouring in department.
You do, we do. Yeah, yeah, still well clear of that,
The
definitely.
last thing you want is the sales director buying you a colouring in book for a birthday present.
Yeah, you know things aren't good then, don't you? Um, but yeah, what have you seen this week, Paul, in the kind of marketing world? Talking of
What
marketing.
I see this week, and I hope you can, because you're brilliant at this. I hope you can pop a picture of this into
Yeah,
the recording.
I'll do my best.
Is this brilliant social media post from the RSPCA, Royal Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, brilliant cause. And this was the Altrincham, Cheshire branch, and they posted that for Valentines, if you made a donation, they would name a cat with the name of your ex and neuter said cat, thereby ensuring that we didn't end up with the problem of stray cats
Yeah,
increasing.
yeah. Wow.
And they said in their post, "Don't worry, you know, if you don't, you're not going to jinx your cat with your ex's name because we won't tell the cat what name we're going to call it." I just thought it's brilliant. I thought a for-profit company would not get away with this. I couldn't imagine, you know, consumer goods company offering to to neuter a cat for this purpose.
Brilliant.
But it was great, and I thought there are some relevant lessons there. It's topical,
Yeah,
Valentine's Day.
yeah,
It's very human because the post, you know, speaks to human truth about exes, and this might be a national campaign that's been regionalised, but it looks and feels local because it's posted from the RSPCA Altrincham and Cheshire site, and
yeah.
it's got a
A
bit of
local,
feedback. But yeah, so I thought it's brilliant. I mean, it's obviously not huge budget, but you know, it was shared with me by somebody who thought it was really funny and
yeah,
taken in the right spirit. I thought, brilliant, well done. So hats off.
yeah. It's like they found a way to cut through obviously the trend of Valentines, and then they've applied that quite nicely into the kind of animal world in a very clever and funny way, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And how about you? What have you been observing?
I don't think it's a new thing, but I saw an advert when I can't remember, I was watching TV or YouTube or something for National Rail, and I thought it was really interesting because they weren't talking about the train getting there on time or you know how fast the train can get there or where you know destinations that you can go to. they focused on, well, the advert started about someone trying to write a best man speech, and then it ends with, you can do that on the train because you've got this time and you can sit and think and have a look out the window. And I just thought that was an interesting way of trying to sell the train, because more often than not, it's about how you can get there quicker, or, the different routes you can take. And actually, the fact that you can actually do stuff on the train is a really good selling point. I remember Rory Sutherland talking a little bit about this, actually, about trains should more adopt really good Wi-Fi, and actually not worry about the length of the journey, but actually what you do on the train, because people will be more willing to jump on the train if there was something good to watch or do. So I thought it was an interesting way of selling the train service, because I must admit, when I'm on the train, I do find it a thing where I can get stuff like that done. You can think, you can look out the window. So the only thing I'd say is that, they've got to find a way of improving the Wi-Fi on trains if they want that to be.
Well, it's interesting because I get that as an objection. I love the idea.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because I did take a look at the ad when you shared it, and I
Yeah.
thought it's quite clever where they didn't make it. It wasn't like he was working on ChatGPT, for example.
No, true,
Where you
true.
need a
So you could
signal.
be offline. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been offline. So I thought that was quite smart. I was thinking, yeah, this resonates because recently I had the choice between driving to see my daughter in Brighton, which would take an hour,
Yeah.
take the train, take an hour
Yeah.
and a half, and I
Yeah.
thought, you know what, I'll take the train
Yeah.
because amongst other things, I can actually do some
Do stuff.
messing around on emails
Yeah.
on the train. So yeah,
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It does. It does. And I think, yeah, more people should think about taking the train, because people talk about the cost and stuff, but you can be more productive, right? So I think, I thought well played, National Rail. It was a good idea.
There we go. There we go. National Rail and RSPCA, institutions getting praise this week.
And the other thing I just wanted to mention quickly, is I saw John Hegarty. Do you know John Hegarty, the creative?
Sir
I think
John
he's the
Hegarty.
founder of BBH. He does a lot of stuff on LinkedIn, and he was talking about he was asked to talk about his favorite business people. He spoke about creatives. So he was thinking his favorite business people like Mozart, the Beatles, because he said of their longevity and the fact that they've created something that's lasted the test of time and people are still buying it. And I thought there's something in that. I wonder if we're devaluing creativity a little bit. And you talk about business people, you think, I don't know, Alan Sugar, people like that. But actually, they're probably some of the best creatives are the best business people as well, aren't they? So I thought it was just an interesting way of thinking about creativity in business.
Thinking, I'm not sure if our podcast is creative or if we're, doing a disservice to the creative industries. Hopefully
True,
not. But
true.
we'll let our huge audience be the judge of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, totally. Cool. Well, what have you got coming up this week, Paul?
This week, busy week. I'm in London every day for the rest of the week. So sometime
Different to
on the train.
Mallorca.
Yeah, different to Mallorca. It's a bit damper. But it'd be great. So I've got loads of really interesting meetings in London, which I love. Teams is great, but face to face is even better. I've got dinner tomorrow night with former colleagues, which will be fantastic. I'm very
Nice.
excited about that. I've got loads interesting. Customers asked me to interview some of their clients to get a better fix on their value proposition, and I think it's an incredibly brave thing to do. To get customers to talk to an external party, and they're also getting at least one organisation that chose not to work with them to talk to me. So I thought that was
Brave.
very very brave and wise of them. So I'll be doing that, and we've got lunch, Warren. We've
Yes.
got
Yeah.
lunch. Well, I thought what we'd do is we'd get separate tables and then dial in.
Dial in. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Why not?
So I'm looking forward to that. How about you? Obviously, that is the highlight, but
Well,
around
that
that
it was going to
highlight.
be my highlight, unfortunately, Paul. But so I am looking forward to that. Chew the fat. So all good.
Fantastic. And how
Yeah.
long is it to the Albert Hall events? When do they start?
They start in March.
Superb. Well, I look forward to seeing you, and we will talk brand positioning because that's the topic du jour
Yes.
that we can lyrical on and compare notes.
Great stuff. Thanks, Paul. Looking forward to it. See you then.
Take care.
Cheers.